Finally, this morning, we want to tell you about some events coming up this month and next month intended to help veterans. The Valor Support Project out of the Whiteside County is hosting the events. We spoke with the nonprofit's founder about what the events are all about and how the group is helping veterans. And joining us now is Floyd Dunn. Floyd, always good to chat with you. I think it's been several months since we last had you on the show, so I think we need to start with maybe a little bit of an update on your organization, how it's developed. It's almost about to hit the 1 year mark. Tell me a little bit about what you guys have accomplished so far.
Yeah, we've pretty much just exploded, if that's a good word for it. But we've helped, we've been able to help 9 veterans in this year. Financially, realistically, what we try to do, we're an emergency assistance for veterans. We're kind of a last hope. So if their car breaks down and, their mortgage is coming up, we try to pay for the part for the car or get the car fixed. That way they don't have that stress of both bills. Um, I mean, that's what we do. So we've been able to help people basically be able to keep their home for one.
When you talk about the rapid growth of the organization and sort of maybe the requests that you're getting, does that speak to you as the need that exists in your own community, or are you kind of seeing that as just the good work that you guys are doing?
A little bit of both. I do understand that there are other organizations like ours. Um, I don't know exactly if they're doing exactly what we're doing. I know the VA is a tremendous help to a lot of the veterans, but they're kind of stationary on one thing that they can do, medically. And if a veteran, has exhausted all of his different avenues that he tries to get, he knows that he can come here and we could probably help him. And if we can't, we have other resources that he might not know or she might not know that there was out there.
Yeah.
So we try to give them those resources as well and a plan of how to execute it and then get it done.
Yeah, filling in the gaps and then giving
Yeah.
someone a clear vision, which I imagine is important to a lot of former military folks. Um, you talked about before our interview started about the need to fundraise, really to fund the help that you're providing. You have a couple events coming up, so we want to talk about those. Let's start with the Buns for the Brave fundraiser.
Yeah. I planned that one out. My wife told me I couldn't call it that, and well, that happened. So,
The name's going to
um,
stick with something like
it,
that,
it
right? Yeah.
will. It will. Yeah, basically, May 10th, we're gonna do a cookout over in Rock Falls on First Avenue, at the CLS thrift store. We're gonna have hamburgers, jumbo hot dogs, chips, drink, and that's one way that we can raise money to make sure that we have the funding to help these applicants when they do apply.
Okay, and that one, to be clear, is May 10th from 10 to 2. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay. And then about a month later, as you sort of get to that 1 year anniversary time, you got a 5K coming up. So tell me about that.
I've been running 5Ks for about 3 years. This will be our first one with Valor Support Project. So, it's kind of a known thing for me to at least plan one, and I usually have a pretty good outcome. Right now we have about 17 runners because of how many different things are going on. So I am encouraging people to sign up. Registration's only $10, and I'm providing donuts. We'll have Scooters coffee, Main Squeeze lemonade. If you've ever been in Sterling or Rock Falls, they're pretty popular. They'll be there as well. And then this year we'll be giving out medals for first, second, and third, men's, youth, and women. So it should be an awesome event.
Yeah, very good. And a good reason just to kind of get out to that community if you don't maybe
Yeah.
often visit the Sterling Rock Falls area. Finally, and this is not a fundraiser, but I think it's worth talking about. It's an event that's actually the day before the fundraiser or the 5K. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on that Saturday?
June 27th is PTSD Awareness Day. So I was able to run a small fundraiser for sponsor a veteran to jump out of a perfectly good airplane out of Rochelle, in honor of the ones that have lost and also the ones that have won the battle for PTSD. So I was able to get 13 veterans to be able to jump. They signed up. Um, Fortunately, I raised enough to where I didn't have to cut any of them out. So all 13 of them that signed up are get to jump for free, and then lunch will be provided afterwards.
As always, Floyd, we want to thank you for your service as well. And we're very grateful to you and your family for what you guys have done. Thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, for all the details on the events we just talked about, you can visit Valor Support Project's website and click the Events tab. The website, valorsupportproject.com.